And you start to think you have a nice butt, Varren.
Thank you.
It's a compliment, take it.
But he hasn't seen my ass.
Maybe he has.
Ah shit,
Maybe
knight
you
errant.
Maybe you just don't know it yet.
The knight errant captain takes half a step forward towards you. Magnified by his masked speakers, his voice comes out like the roar of some great beast. Drop your weapons and step away from the prototype. Do it now. I've got a better idea. You drop your weapons and I will order Tin Man here to tear you in half.
Good one.
The knight errant captain pauses a moment before responding. When he speaks, his voice is dripping with scorn. Try it. See what happens. I don't like the sound of that.
Neither do I. Yeah, that's true, Amherst. We have seen Varren's wood. There was so much of it couldn't even fit into the frame. Rather magnificent, all that wood.
Do you honestly think they didn't install a safeguard in that thing? That we couldn't take it back from you at a moment's notice? Now drop your weapon or I'll have that abomination tear you in half.
And... Heh.
What?
This is just going to go horribly wrong, isn't it?
So should I try talking to him or should I just say nah, attack?
I would keep talking because I'm not comfortable with just attacking him after that information. But again, you're the guy playing, so it's up to you.
Come on, man. Can't we talk about this like civilized people?
Oh, and Yosatsu might have a little cottage in Belgium where he stays when he's spying on you, Varren, just so you know. Take it as a compliment?
I don't know. Stop wasting my time. Get your ass on the floor or get ready to have a one-on-one with the Almighty.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
The hell with this. Alright, attack! Holy shit, that guy has 4 action points.
Okay. You know what, before we go into the big fight, like for realsies, can we have a 5-minute break? Because I really have to pee.
You can go pee. I think this thing will take a while.
But then they'll miss my commentary.
Alright, fine. Go on your break.
Yay! Be right back, people.
You guys can do we can do a little Q&A while she's gone.
Okay, you know what? Just ask him all the questions about his butt. I'm sure he will answer them.
Alright guys, hit me. The size of my wood. You already saw the size of my wood. I showed you a picture of it. If you can't ascertain by that picture, then you have something wrong with your eyes. How does one get a toned bum? Exercise. Lots and lots of exercise. The one you grafted to yourself and cannot remove. About 6 inches. You excited to use your new loop? I already did, in the previous mission. It worked out pretty well. What is 0 divided by 0? That is impossible because you can't divide anything by 0. I learned that in basic math. What is the Soul equation? You have to ask Mork that. Any other questions? Come on. You guys can do better. On a scale of 10, would you loop again? a scale of 10 to 10, would you lube again? About 8.5. What is Belgium Health Minister doing lately? Probably eating. What is the difference of a rubber duck? Well, they all float. Some float, some don't. And Moth is back.
Yay! Get out!
Alright, then we can get on with the fighting.
How was your Q&A?
Pretty good.
Yay. Also, I took off my pants, guys. Just...
Hooray.
Yay. Because it's getting late and I want to get comfy. A talking loop bottle? Oh, did we just get a new addition to the team? Talking bottle of loop? Okay. Okay, you guys are asking the weirdest questions. I don't even know what the Danish health minister is doing at the moment. So... who knows? Get him, Varren, get him, woohoo!
I'll do my best.
So yeah, that's why the game gave us some medkits before we entered this mission. It has some nice loop in it as well, so always fun part.
Yes.
So guys, do you have any questions for me, or should I just find something random to talk about? I do not know about the Belgium Health Minister, Amaris. I've been too focused on some other news. Your Satsu is getting into the fight. Bang his freaking head off, Varren! So now tell me about the Belgium Health Minister. He needs to show me?
Okay, just look up on Google Belgian Health Minister and you'll see what he means.
Okay, Google Images?
Yes.
Okay. And sorry, I just got away from Skype for a second, but I have to look it up, so...
That's fine.
And spell it right. Is it just about her being overweight?
Yes. That's all it is.
Well, honestly, I don't really care about that. As long as her policies is not to force everyone else to be her size. If they do not want to, then fine.
That would be the day.
No, Yusatsu, I'm sorry. Always something else that's more important. But I'll try my best to upload the videos, and I'll try and also be better at recording something when I go to Berlin with Dominic. It's just that, when Varren was here, I don't know, it's just, we were just having so much fun spending time together, so we didn't really film a lot, but we did get that very, very saucy video from the gynecologist's office.
Yes.
So I'm still very proud of that one. Oh, hey Simon!
Hey Simon.
Hacks! All the hacks! I hope you and the lady, your better half, is doing well tonight. Oh, don't blame Varren. It's just, I'm not, someone who takes a lot of pictures or do a lot of vlogging or anything like that, so it's not like second nature to me. But yeah. So, oh, that's good to hear, Simon. Give her a hug from me. Yeah.
This thing is a freaking beast. Fucking hell.
Is it kicking your ass?
No, it's helping me.
Oh, it's that thing. I thought you were talking about the other thing that attacked us. I was just like, what?
No.
Because it didn't seem like it was...
The cyber zombie is holy fuck. It kills people like that.
Oh, shit.
Good thing it's on our side.
Yeah. Good thing. Exactly, we did. Well, Yosatsu, I passed my bachelor exam, but the grade wasn't what I wanted it to be. So, kind of sucks. But I passed, and that's the important part.
It is.
Yeah. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is nice. And it means that I passed English major. So now I just have to... Yay, and now I just have to pass my history minor. So, yeah. Besides, I have another test, hopefully, coming up on Friday, which is much more important, and that is a health check at my doctor, so I'd rather want that to go well than the exam. But yeah, it's just that I had a bit of a vitamin deficiency last time I got checked, so hopefully that has been solved by now. Because I've eaten a lot of fish and a lot of eggs, and that's where B12 can be found. And just meat in general. Because that's what I was lacking. Yeah. I don't know, the face of that cyber zombie, it's just... Oh, it's haunting. So fucking creepy. Well, let's see it in action again, I guess.
Yes.
Kill them all, blow everything up.
I'm just trying to kill this rigger before it takes over the fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh, and my dad is also going to cook for me on Thursday, I think. I am not quite sure what we are going to have, but usually some sort of diet food, which tends to be pretty healthy, because my dad usually comes up with the recipes for it, and he's amazing in the kitchen.
Cool.
But yeah, last time I was home, when we were in the kitchen, we were listening to some of his old records. Like he actually bought when he was a teenager in 1975. And so we listened to Rush. It was like, I don't remember what it was called, but there was a song on there called A Necromancer. And we also listened to an old Boston LP as well, which sounded pretty good. And then when we also listened to a little bit of Van Halen, which was fun.
Nice.
And then when we were done with that, and we were going to cook the rest of the food for us and my grandparents, we took his iPad, and with the Bluetooth we connected it to his speaker system. And then I found a greatest hits album with Queen, and then we just partied along to that when we were cooking. So that was fun. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do that again, but then again, the reason we could do it was because his girlfriend was out of town. She's not a fan of loud metal music and loud rock music, so we can usually listen to one or two songs, and then she's like, okay, can you please turn it down now? So but she was out of town, so we had an entire day to ourselves, and it was fun just listening to music. And I even played him some Nightwish and some Autumn as well, and he seemed to like the Autumn one a lot, so that's always something.
There we go, I killed that rigger.
Woohoo!
Don't need to worry about that one anymore.
B-Day.
Birthday.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, well, we did actually celebrate my birthday with my grandparents last time I was home, so that's why we were cooking up a storm. But yeah, his girlfriend was out of town because her daughter needed help with her apartment, so she was like, you know what, I have to help her. So she says, that's okay. It wasn't Emily Autumn, Amorous, because I don't think my dad would like Emily Autumn. It's a Dutch band called Autumn. But yeah, I'm not sure my dad would appreciate Emily Autumn. It's not up his alley, to say the least.
Okay.
But with the Nightwish, I chose some of the more Celtic sounding songs, if you can call them that. So My Walden and I Want My Tears Back. I played those for him. He really likes My Walden. And Turn Loose the Mermaids, he also quite likes that one.
They just killed one of their own members.
Oh my fuck. Well, at least the enemy is incompetent.
Yes, yes it is.
Oh shit, fucking AI, I guess. Oh, well, Amorous, I can see why it's confused you. Yes, Emily Autumn, when I say Emily Autumn, that's her, that's EA, that's our goddess. But when I say Autumn, that's the band. So if I'm not saying Emily, it's not her, it's the band I'm talking about. But the band Autumn is amazing. Look up their song Altitude on YouTube. It's one of my all-time favorites. The first time I heard that, I was in love. And I bought the album shortly after that. As soon as I found it, that is. But yeah. Fintroll, no, I didn't have the time, but I still have the note where I wrote all of those. I got so many things I should look up for that, so I looked up some of it, but I still have to look up Fintroll, but it's still on the list, Simon, so don't worry. It's just having the time to actually listen to all the stuff. But yeah. Also, I've been a little bit busy with the Ritual album from In This Moment. So I'm a little bit on a In This Moment streak, and I can feel that Maya Burgess is really liking focusing on that at the moment, so I'm just going a little bit with the flow on that one. But yeah, I still want to look it up because I still have the list, but it's just such a substantial list. Because, all of us, like, I get suggestions here when I'm streaming with Varren when we're doing the Shadowrun stuff, but also when we're doing the Jack's stream, the Satanic Sunday and stuff like that. People are always suggesting stuff as well that I need to watch and read and listen to, and I just have such a list now that I'm not sure I'll ever be able to check all of it out. I would love to, but I can't see how I can make time. Maybe if I uninstalled Stardew Valley on my PC, maybe I would be able to make some time, because that has taken up a bit of my time lately. But I finished the challenge I set for myself of finishing the community center in year 1. So got halfway through winter and it was done, and I was proud of myself. So
hooray!
Yes, it was fun to do. So I definitely recommend it to everyone else to do that challenge, because it's quite fun. Exactly, is that. So I can't watch everything, I can't read everything, I can't listen to everything, but
Same.
yeah. If there were a few more hours in the day and, we didn't need sleep to survive, then maybe.
Yeah, it's mostly the need for sleep that takes a damp on everything.
Yeah. Although sleeping is nice. I like sleeping because usually you have very nice dreams. Or at least I do. So yeah. Oh well. Yeah, that was Formula 1 this weekend, and the night before the race, I actually dreamt that I was in Singapore and I was walking around looking at all the cars, and then I got a ride in the Ferrari and the Red Bull, and I got a ride in one more. Which one was that? Oh yeah, the Force India, the pink one. So that was such an amazing dream. And I woke up and I was just like, oh yeah, it's race day today, and then Ferrari crashed in before the first corner, and I was just like, no.
Well done.
Ferrari, no. So yeah, had an amazing Formula 1 dream, and then it just all came crashing down during the actual race, and now Hamilton is ahead, but well, you can always, hope that maybe he will have some engine problems next race, so he will have to retire. Because, well, my dreams are always, I walk around in some sort of universe that feels familiar and yet feels strange and unknown to me, and then shenanigans happens. Amorous. That's usually how my moth dreams go. And usually in those kinds of dreams, I am aware of the fact that I'm dreaming, and I can sometimes control my dream. And if I make an effort, like a real effort, I can read and write in my dreams as well, but that usually just makes it so that when I wake up, my brain is actually a bit tired from doing that, because I really, really have to focus and concentrate. Dreams with Moth and Varren. Yes, Varren, share some of your dreams.
I mean, my dreams are just craziness in general. It's like I remember having a dream where I was a Spanish conquistador hunting predators. Like the predator aliens. That's the kind of dreams I have.
I also once had a dream where I was riding around in the Star Wars universe. And the bad thing was, it was the prequel universe. So, that wasn't too good. Although, I did find Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I do like Ewan McGregor's portrayal of him. I think he did quite a good job with what he had in those movies. So I found him, was just like, hey, can I hang out with you in the dream? He was like, sure, hang out with me. Then all of a sudden we were being chased by stuff, and I was climbing up like a pyramid, not like the Egyptian ones, but like the ones with the steps. I was climbing out on those ones and then jumping out, almost killing myself in the dream to escape, and then I ran into a forest and I found a hut and I was hiding, and then in the corner of the hut was a giant spider, like a daddy long legs, and it was coming towards me in the dream, and then outside the guys who were following me were also coming closer, and then I woke up and I was like, I wanted to see how it ended. Screw that. I want to go back to sleep and see how it ended. It was just, nope. Too late, you woke up. And that's the thing, I had that dream when I was like, when the prequels just came out, so I must have been a teenager and I was still living at home, and I can still remember it vividly. I can even recall the feelings and actually get those emotions up inside me again. So that's something that happens with dreams with me. I tend to be pretty good at remembering them, though I can't always describe them. I can just think them, because most of the time it's emotion based what I remember, not always vision based. A gladiator fighting for cookies, that sounds awesome, Yusatsu. Were they like chocolate chip ones or what? You know what, it's a good thing that we have that cyber zombie, because I have a feeling that otherwise we should have brought some more medkits.
Yeah.
Oh, Amorous and Yosatsu, now I actually want cookies. Thank you for teasing my sweet tooth. Oh, peanut butter cookies! I had a friend in Wales made those for me and all the rest of the guys living on the floor. She always made peanut butter cookies. Even like at 2 a.m. in the morning, she would make peanut butter cookies, and they were the best.
But are they
So
grandma's
good.
peanut butter cookies?
Oh,
that fucking story.
Well, Danishes are the best in the world, I think. Although I'm actually not a big fan of like bakery kind of bread. Some of them are good, but some of them also taste a little bit dry to me. But yeah, I've heard that Danishes should be quite good. Oh shit.
What?
I was just like, I looked at the screen and the second I just glanced over, you just shot someone. I was just like, whoa, okay. Violence! Violence! Violence all around.
There we go, full auto with this thing.
Oh shit! That's amazing!
This thing is a fucking beast.
That's amazing! Though it's still tragic and creeping me out.
Well, we might be able to put it out of his misery after this mission, so...
Let's hope so.
You had 91% chance to hit, Glory! 91%!
Don't yell at my bae!
I will yell at anyone who misses at a 91% chance.
Apparently, Yosatsu, we don't have good peanut butter. I think we actually talked about this in the Discord as well. But that's the thing, peanut butter is not really popular over here, so there's not really a market for it. So, yeah. But then again, we have other kinds of cookies that you can come and try. Also, I tried macarons, I think they're called, for the first time.
Macaroons.
Yeah, and I have to say I don't understand what all the fuss is about. They weren't that good. They were nothing special, so I don't really get why. I mean, they look cute, but they don't taste amazing. At least the ones I got didn't. I'll much rather have a cinnamon swirl. Put some frosting on top. Or chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I do love chocolate chip cookies. Anything with chocolate in it, basically. I have to admit, I haven't been there for the XCOM streams, and I haven't seen any of the YouTube videos either, so that XCOM reference just went right over my head. Oh, I do love salted caramel. I've actually been looking up how to make your own salted caramel. So I might try that at one point. Who knows?
Okay. Right.
So
We're doing some cyberspace again.
woohoo! But yeah. Because if I could make my own salted caramel, maybe I could make some salted caramel ice cream. Like most of the time I just make, when I make ice cream, I make either just plain vanilla or Maltesers or Oreo. the Oreo one is pretty delicious, I have to say. Yeah, I might have a little bit of extra money for food this week because I'm eating home for a few days, so
Hooray.
I'll save some money and maybe I can use those money to make some ice cream. Yay!
Hooray.
Yes, homemade Oreo ice cream. That is amazing. But yeah, I think you need to get yourself some condensed milk, and then when you want to make salted caramel, and then you have to heat it up in the can, and then you can just add salt afterwards, and then you have salted caramel. I think that's how you make it. But yeah, I've also seen some just heat up the condensed milk so it turns into caramel, and then just keeping it in the can, you know, cool it down, just putting it in the cupboard. And then they just open it and use it for spread, like on biscuits and bread and stuff. And I'm just like, no, aren't you supposed to like put it in cookies and stuff like that? Apparently not. So I tend to use condensed milk when I make ice cream, because then I do not have to use eggs, and then I do not need an ice cream machine.
Hooray.
All the hoorays from Varren's end tonight.
I'm just busy with playing the game now, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me for actually doing the thing I'm supposed to do.
Well, I'm also doing the thing I'm supposed to do. I'm talking.
Yes.
That's why you had me here.
Kinda.
Well, you can always hang up on me, and then you don't need to bother with me anymore on your stream.
God dang it.
See? You can't do this without me. I've become a part of this Shadowrun game and stream. Yeah. Oh, my sweet tooth is aching right now. I just want I just want sweets. I don't have any because I bought one chocolate bar earlier for like an unhealthy snack, but yeah. Yeah, exactly as that. So that's why I'm a little bit, you know, I'm not quite sure. There's so many different recipes on how to boil the condensed milk properly, so I'm a little bit And don't worry, Wishmaster. We are not fighting or bickering. We're just making little comments at each other and making each other smile. And thank you, Yusatsu. Thank you.
She's not Shadowrun.
Aww, I'm happy that you like to have me here, guys. Yeah, that's the thing, Amorous. Varren does not have a specifically sweet tooth, especially not when it comes to caramel and chocolate stuff. He does like fruit, though. So maybe if I figured out how to make a proper sorbet, like maybe a strawberry sorbet or a mango sorbet or something like that, he would be more into that.
Maybe.
Who knows? Or maybe apple pie or something like that. No, that's not what we make in Denmark. In Denmark we make apple cake, not pie. I actually think you would like apple cake, like Danish style.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because it doesn't involve any chocolate or anything like that. It actually has a bit more of a sour taste to it, and then you put some whipped cream, and then you crush some sweet cookies on top to balance it out. It's really, really good. I always end up having a lot of cookies in there because I love the crunch when you eat it.
I just noticed there's a door here that I haven't inspected yet. Maybe I could force my way in, because it avoids a lot of combat.
Yeah. Oh, and Yosatsu needs your smooth southern commentary.
But I don't even have a southern accent.
I have a German accent according to Dutch, so. And Rasmus has a very heavy Danish accent when he speaks English, I've noticed. And according to research, a lot of native speakers of English, especially those from the US, seems to think that a heavy Danish accent when you speak English can sound rather cute.
To me,
which I do not agree with.
No, me neither. It sounds fucking annoying.
It does! Because Danish is such... It's spoken way back in the throat compared to English, so when you have a very heavy Danish accent when speaking English, it just sounds so fucking wrong. And Yosatsu is wondering if Belgium have Southerners, or maybe something akin to Southerners.
Don't, like, maybe the closest that would come near that is a province we most all universally shit on as being like the redneck woods, you would call it.
I'm actually from... Yeah, there you go. Rasmus. Accent is charming. Oh, it's Amorous who's saying it. Oh well, still.
You can have him, Amorous.
Yeah. You can have Rasmus all you want. I'm not gonna stand in the way.
Nope.
Maybe Yosatsu. The thing is, my PC would not be able to run it, I'm afraid. Though I have been looking into getting
I think
PC for gaming.
I think these RPGs you would be able to run on your machine.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I mean, I only have like 2 GB of RAM. How do you say that?
RAM. Just
yeah,
RAM.
I'm not sure if that's what you call it in English as well. It's just like, but yeah.
It's RAM everywhere. Ram.
He has a 16-year-old all over him already.
Yeah, he's going after a 16-year-old.
That's not someone from the pit, is it?
Nope.
Ah, okay, I thought so.
Someone in Denmark.
Fine. I don't even know how old Rasmus is.
22.
There you go. Well, that's legal age in Denmark anyways. 16, so...
Still.
Who cares?
Still.
I don't know, like, my mom's boyfriend is younger than Jack's, so... When it comes to age and love, I'm just like, yeah... As long as it's legal age, I don't really fucking care. Yeah, I think it takes 4, and I don't have that. Oh, she's going after him. Oh well. He can do what he wants. Again, she's of age according to the law, so who the fuck cares? But yeah, I think it takes 4, and I don't have that. Though I have been looking into maybe see if a new PC strictly for gaming would be affordable for me if maybe I, for Christmas said, hey, instead of just presents, I would like money for a new PC. Could family and stuff help me out? Yeah, I don't know if I have been looking at a PC. That seems rather. I think I found one that seems rather affordable, but also seems to be good for just basic gaming and not much else, which is what I want. And it does have Windows 10 on it, which is nice because that's the one that I prefer, and that also seems to be better for gaming than a Mac.
Yes.
In my experience.
If you want to go for gaming, never go for a Mac. That's just shooting you in the foot. Yourself
exactly.
In the foot.
That's what my sister has, and she's having a lot of trouble with it. So.
No shit.
Exactly. Wishmaster. Where is Iger?
Where is that rigger? Okay, there's that rigger.
Yeah. But yeah, if that's possible for me to get that PC in the foreseeable future, I've already been looking into some games that I would like to have. Crusader Kings 2 is very high on the list. I would love to have Crusader Kings 2 and a bunch of the DLC for that. And I would also like to try Civilization 6. Just because I've been like those two games I've been watching a lot of Let's Plays of, and I like strategy games and they seem right up my alley, and especially Crusader Kings 2 seems to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I would love to try that one. I would also like to try actually more of a first person, maybe not shooter but fighting game for the PC, because I suck at it for the PS4. For some reason when you have to do it with the controller, I just can't control the fucking person. It becomes impossible.
Wait,
I don't know.
First-person fighting game? What?
Yeah, like first-person shooter game. You know, like Thief or Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that.
Red Dead Redemption isn't first-person.
No, but it still has some of the same. It's like when you have one of the controls control in which direction you're walking, and the other controls in which direction you're actually looking. I can't do those with the controller. I can do that on the PC just fine. When it comes to the controller, I can't do it for some reason.
Yeah, first-person games with a controller is usually not a good idea.
No, my sister is amazing at it, but then again, she also plays Skyrim non-stop on her PS3, so she has gotten all the experience for that. But yeah, because I did watch a Let's Play of Dead Island a few years back. That was actually what that Let's Play got me into watching Let's Plays. I don't know why that game has so much hate. I thought it was fun. I can see with the trailer and everything, it might have not showed exactly what the game is about, but the game is still fun. So I don't know, I would love to try and play that myself, have my own go at it. Yeah, so a game like that would be fun. Also 60 Seconds, I would love to try that one. And again, the Bioshock games, Bioshock 2 especially, I would love to try that one. I think that looks rather fun. So yeah. Yes, and now I stream with a Let's Player. I mean,
everyone's missing the fucking rigor.
Maybe he has a lot of the karma in Dutch, so he can dodge everyone. Yes, so now I stream with a Let's Player, Satsu, and I still don't play myself. I have my Stardew Valley, that's fun. And I have this War of Mine stuck in my PS4. I also have Democracy 3 on my PC, which I don't play that often because, I don't know, if you want to have fun with that game, you have to go into it with a character and a set policy or politics that you want to try and do. So I did try to go in and try and make like Donald Trump's America, like close the borders, tax cut for all the rich people, and don't give a crap about the environment and stuff. The thing was, I just kept getting assassinated by either the liberals or the green activists. So I never got that far. And then at the end, the minorities actually managed to kill me off as well. Though I will say, every time I played Democracy 3 and I've gone like the liberal socialist route, the conservatives always want to assassinate me as well, but they have never actually succeeded. in assassinating me. For some reason, the liberals and the green activists and stuff are much better at assassinating in Democracy 3 for some reason.
Well then.
I don't know why. But, this simple little mission is turning into a rather long mission, actually.
Yeah.
So much fighting. I'm glad that we have that cyber zombie on our side at least.
Mm-hmm.
And all the great fist in action.
For fuck's sake.
I do know that Democracy 3 actually came out with an Africa expansion, which looks really interesting because it does, you know, have new scenarios and new politics and stuff like that to play with, which looks kind of fun. And they actually have a feminist group in the new game that can also assassinate you, and apparently they're also very efficient in their assassination attempts. So you really have to cater to the feminists as well, which I understand because a lot of the countries you can play in Democracy 3 Africa have problem with the, you know, the female genitalia mutilation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
FGM, I think it's called. FGM. So they are quite eager to get that off the table and stuff like that. But yeah, they're very efficient in assassinating you in that game. So, you know, a woman scorned, or whatever the saying is. I like games I do like that I know that my computer would be able to run somewhat are actually older games that I just still enjoy playing, and that would be Theme Hospital from Bullfrog. That I've never ever managed to finish that game because I always get stuck in one of the higher levels and I'm just like, how am I supposed to win this thing? And ooh, shotgun to the face. Yasatsu seems to like the violence. Good, Yasatsu. Enjoy the violence on your screen currently. So yeah, Theme Hospital and also Roller Coaster Tycoon. Love Roller Coaster Tycoon. Me and my sister used to play that together all the time when we were visiting my dad's place. And Sims 1. My very first laptop I ever got could actually, it has, what was it called? It wasn't Windows Vista. I think it was Windows 2000.
Windows 2000, oh my god.
Yeah, my very first laptop had Windows 2000 on it, and it could run the first Sims game. Not only that, it could actually run the expansions packs as well. So I had all the expansions packs pretty much for the first Sims game on my laptop. And it was just so much fun to play. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah. My sister's first laptop, I think, had actually Windows Vista on it. Yeah, I think she had Windows Vista. I had 2000. And the very first PC we had in my home had Windows 95 on it. And then my parents got divorced and my mom kept the computer, and then my dad got a new one which had Windows 98 on it. Which was amazing. Because it could actually run Sims 1, and we also had a Lego game called Lego Friends. Such a girly game. I really enjoyed it. It could run that smoothly, which just was amazing. So when playing that on my dad's place, I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing! It actually runs smoothly! Oh my god! So, now I do, like, I had a talk with my dad about games and stuff, especially for the PlayStation, and like him, I do miss some of the older games. But like back in the day, there just seemed to be a lot more focus on how do you say, of not so much the graphics and the story and the score and all that stuff, but more, playing the game. That seemed to be a lot more the focus back then. So my dad, he especially loves the Crash Bandicoot games.
Mm-hmm.
Those are his favorites. Especially Warped, the third Crash Bandicoot game. He loves that one, and he's amazing at it. He really, really is. He's really good at that one. But he also used to play it all the time. He also managed to run through the entire game before me and my sister, but that was because at one point he got very sick and he had to stay home for 8 weeks. He had something going on with his balance, so he couldn't really move around too much. So he was home. He was like sick for 8 weeks, where he had to stay home, and most of the time all he could do was sit down, lie down, or do yoga. So when he was, just at home, he was like, well, you know what, my daughter's PS1 or a PlayStation, because there wasn't a PS2 at that time. The PlayStation is here, so I might as well just try and play one of the games. So he decided to go for Crash. And he just ran through that entire game. So when he was finally well enough for me and my sister to come and visit him again, he was like, oh, we can play this again. Like, yeah, let's play. And we were like, but you just ran through everything. You unlocked everything. He was like, yeah. He was like, it was fun. He was just so good at it. So me and my sister started practicing again to make sure that we were up to speed. And yes, Amaros, my dad has skills. And a very good taste in music, with all his rock and roll records. Like the Van Halen one we were listening to last time I was home was an original one from the 1970s.
Nice.
So yeah. But no, I do kind of miss those old games. Roller Coaster Tycoon, especially, me and my sister had a lot of fun with. But yeah, also Spyro, we tended to play a lot of that. We also had a Tomb Raider game. I think it was Chronicles, it was called. You start out the first part of the game playing with her as a teenager, and she had like an uncle or something like that, but then tries to kill her, I think.
Well done.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing about the Tomb Raider game, it's the only one I've ever played with Tomb Raider, but fucking hell, the controls are awful. Like, this so shit. I've never experienced anything like it. But yeah, so we played that a little bit, and then Tekken 3. Tekken 3 was amazing.
Yep.
Ling Xiaoyu was my favorite. I kicked ass with that chick. She was so good. Amaris is making food. Nom 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 nom.
Everyone's dying.
I can see that. Is it frustrating you, Varren?
Yes.
Do you want to rage and punch a chair and flip the bird at me?
Fucking Dietrich, he's gonna die. Ah! Fuck it, we're gonna load game.
When was the last quick save?
A while back.
It's turning into one of those nights. You know what? I know what the problem is. I know why you're losing.
Why?
You don't have any waffles. Like, you can't recharge your Belgian energy. Your Belgian
Cough.
chi. You have no waffles. You need waffles to recharge that. Waffles for Varren Kimbold. Let's start that one right now. Yes, Yosatsu. Always safe before a fight. Oh, what the fuck was he doing?
I don't know.
Eh. Sorry, I don't know what that was. You have energy waffles in America. Well, Varren needs actual Belgian waffles to recharge his Belgian cheese so that he can win this. But energy waffles, that just sounds like a waffle infused with a bunch of sugar and caffeine. And a little bit of speed, you know, for good measure. All washed down with a bottle of Adderalls. Then you're awake. Then you can go for the next, 2 weeks?
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
The rigor is running away.
Oh no. Well, I'm just glad I don't have any problems with my neck this evening.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Caffeine waffles, basically. Oh! Wishmaster actually posted something in Discord that can help you get your energy back up. Fairy porn.
I have that channel muted for a reason.
I've never been into that channel, so. I don't know.
Fuck, and my.
Maybe you should take a 1-minute break, get yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of water or something like that.
I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face.
Varren is raging. That's the thing. I've never really raged when playing a game. I just go, aww, and then I restart the game. If I haven't saved, that is. So. Du Broma. I don't know how to say that in English, but Du Broma. It's the sound you're making. I have a special word for that in Danish, but I have no idea what it's called in English.
Okay then! Oh Jesus Christ, I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
Yeah, I do like fire.
For fuck's sake.
It's really turning into one of those nights with this game. Though, to be fair, we actually had a good few weeks, you know, regarding the missions, not dying and failing and having them take ages to complete. We've actually been fairly efficient in the last few times we've been playing this. Though I have to say, my favorite so far is still Philip. I really love that mission, and I really love Philip, and I actually just want to go back to that place and watch that sucky shit TV series with him, just so that we can do more of the funny voices and that awful dialogue. Hey, kiddos, don't fight in the chat. And don't use the word lame. It's just so 2000s.
Slash this motherfucker in half.
Yay!
There we go. I get Glory closer so she can fucking apply the trauma kit.
Go Glory, go Glory. Now, kiddos, I don't care who started the bickering, but please, no bickering. If you're going to troll someone, you have to troll Varren. Because he's the one playing the game and we want him to rage and hit his chair. And Varren is looking very, very frustrated at the moment.
You can say that again. Come on, you big motherfucker. Hack him. Hack him into pieces.
I just want everyone in the chat to be friends and give each other hugs. And give me hugs, because I love hugs. All the hugs. Hugs!
She's shouting her battle cry again. Run!
Are you afraid of my tackle hugs?
Yes.
To be fair, you're the one who picked me up.
True.
Even though I'm a little bit choppy. He still managed to pick me up. So, yes, that's good.
I'm a strong dude, man.
Yes, I know, with all that wood you've been chopping this morning. All that chopping did into the frame with your wood, so... Eh? Varren's just shaking his head at me. Not even disapprovingly, just like, oh god. Like he's just accepted that he's accepted this pain. He's not gonna fight it anymore. He's just gonna
die.
Accept it. Everyone in the chat is cute, Isatsu. All of you are cute. Did you just have like a pause screen on your end?
A what?
Might just have been me then. Oh well, like the game is still running, it was just that for a split second there was like some sort of pause screen. I was just like, what the fuck is that? And so is Wishmaster, and so is Simon, and so is Varren, and so is I. We're all cute. And we all deserve hugs. Except for Varren at the moment. He just needs to be trolled so that he can rage some more. He just flipped me off, guys. The glory and joy of Skype. And oh, they did not run away from me, Varren. They did not run away from my battle cry and my hugs. They stayed and enjoyed them.
You fools!
Give in to my hugs.
It's a trap!
I'm not a trap. I have boobs.
As far as we know.
Like, my boobs are real. I grew them myself.
No, traps isn't if you have boobs or not. It's if you look like a girl and you still have a dick.
I don't have a dick.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I just checked, guys. I don't have a dick, but I do have boobs.
Well, we're gonna need pics.
No fucking way. That place down in my pants, that's a very exclusive resort and it's a very expensive place to go and vacate if you want to. So, sorry. Not gonna post pics for anyone.
Sad face.
Also, Amorous Yusatsu apparently just woke up, I think, not too long ago, so his brain might still be a little bit sleepy. But yeah. Oh yes. Well, I remember the weirdest things, Yusatsu, so not always the things I'm supposed to remember, but still, eh.
Farmer Moth remembers.
Well, all the time I've been spending in Stadio Valley the last week, yes, I can see myself as a farmer at this point. Though to be fair, I did spend quite a bit of time down in the mines, so maybe I'm actually turning into a dwarf.
Maybe.
Maybe.
My mom just walked in without knocking.
You see? That's always something that I don't have to show you proof of whether or not I have a dick. If I was showing you proof right now and your mom walked in, that would have been embarrassing to say the least. There wasn't a story, like, apparently Pornhub gave a kid, like, he was like 17, 18, 19, a free laptop because apparently he was looking at porn on Pornhub on his laptop and his mom was walking in on him and he panicked, so instead of just, you know, closing down the laptop, he actually smashed it to hide the fact that he was watching porn. Yeah, to hide the fact he was watching porn from her. And then he posted pictures of the laptop and the story on social media, and then Pornhub got in contact with him and we were like, you know what? We're actually going to send you a new laptop because we want you to be able to view porn since it's that important to you that you're willing to smash your laptop over it. So we got a new PC or a new laptop from Pornhub. Again, Pornhub is amazing. Yeah. Back in the day, it would have been, you know, the Playboy magazine underneath the bed. So, though at one point, I did for a few weeks work part-time in a store that sold used books and magazines and DVDs and games and such. And in the back, they had a porn section. And I do remember a guy coming in and buying off like DVDs and magazines and stuff, and I was just like, dude, you don't have to come out in public and actually buy these things. You could just, you know, sit behind your computer. You don't actually have to, you know, come out here and let everyone know what kind of stuff you're into. So yeah,
Sharing is caring.
yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to share my porn viewing habits with everyone. Like, you have to be a member of a very specific club to be able to get that information, I think.
Oh my.
Though I do think I've shared online at one point that the very first porn I actually watched, where it wasn't just like scrolling through the channels late at night and actually accidentally ending up with something and be like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And then turning off the TV and be like, what the fuck did I just watch? No, actually watching porn on purpose. The very first porn I ever watched was lesbian porn. Because, I don't know. I like girls and it felt kind of safe, in a way.
Alright then.
I guess that's why lesbian porn is also the most viewed category on Pornhub, according to their last survey.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. because bisexuals will watch it and straight people will watch it, especially straight guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it.
No. Like, girl on girl's hot. Like, what else is there to say about it? Even if you're not really into, like, even if you're not a lesbian, you know, it's still hot, because girls are beautiful. So, again, it's just how it is. But I don't remember what the second most viewed porn thing was. I do remember that the most viewed one was lesbian porn, but what the other, like in the top 3 was, I forget. Aww, that's okay, Osatsu. Like, I'm glad you're back now. But yeah. Well, that's the thing, like today you can just go on your PC or your phone or your iPad and you can go to Pornhub and watch something for free, and then you can just clear your search history afterwards and no one has to know. Like back in the day you had to go to a store. And then you also hear these stories about these special grown-up cinemas.
Yes.
Where you would go and jerk off. It's just like, no, I'm happy to live in a day and age where I can just watch porn in the privacy of my home. Because it's not something that I really feel the need of sharing with anyone. So yeah, and also just like imagine being a guy back in the day and having to go to one of those cinemas to watch porn and jerk off, and you went to one and you know did your business, and then walking out you encountered someone you know or someone from your family. Like, that's a risk you're taking.
Well, it was something you just had to do back then.
Yeah.
If you wanted the good stuff.
I do know that I think in the US there was a big industry for it. Was it in the 60s or 70s?
70s.
70s, where it actually like showed in big cinemas and stuff, and as legit stuff almost.
Yeah, they were actually legit movies.
Yeah. Just with a lot of fucking in them.
Yeah.
But, eh. So, times have changed.
Exactly.
So, also on Netflix there are a few documentaries called After Porn Ends, and the second one of those, they are interviewing this old lady who's like in her 80s or something, and apparently she was one of the first people to ever be in a porn. Way back in the day when it was like black and white and stuff, in the 50s or something. And she was just the sweetest old lady, and she was like, oh, you know, it was just something I did and it was fine. And she was talking about that apparently the first one she had to be in, they were shooting it in this big old house, and it wasn't just something that they would shoot on an afternoon. Apparently it took like a weekend or a week or something like that. And she was told, okay, this is what you'll get paid, and you had to bring these things yourself and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay. And she would just like to ask the producer and director and stuff if it would be okay for her if she also, you know, cooked and cleaned for the entire crew and herself. And they're like, yeah, sure, you can, you know, cook our food and clean stuff if that's what you want. She was like, okay, she would love to do that, and she got some extra money for that. So she was basically cooking and cleaning for everyone doing the shoot of that. And she was just the sweetest old lady, and she had the sweetest husband, and you're just like, aw, you're so cute, and you did these kind of movies. Like, who knew? Who knew? Oh, yes, that's neither have I, but my mom is paying extra so that me and my sister can have our own Netflix as well. It's some sort of family deal you can get.
Yes.
So we have that.
We also have something like that. Although, like,
Yeah.
for us, it's just my mom pays for the subscription.
Mm.
And then she and me can watch it.
Mm. Now we actually have our own users and logins and everything for it. It's just like a family stuff. It's set up in a way so that everyone can watch something simultaneously. Oh, and Yosatsu is asking if you remembered to save.
Well, I can't really save in combat.
Fair enough.
I at least killed the rigger, so now I can bring out the cyber zombie into a more prominent position.
Yes! Go Varren, go Varren, go Varren. But when it comes to Netflix, I'm currently just waiting for Stranger Things to... I want the next season.
I'm still finishing up Penny Dreadful.
Oh, Penny Dreadful, that one was amazing. I watched it on HBO though. I still have to watch the last episode of Game of Thrones because I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's a long one.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can be bothered because the episode before that was rather boring, and I was just like,
The last episode, a lot of shit happens.
Okay, hopefully it won't be as boring as the one before it. Okay, I'm definitely experiencing some lag on my end.
Okay then.
But if wow, okay, I think no, I'm back again. Fair enough. We'll have to see when we get some what's it called? When we're done with the combat, we have to see how far behind I am, and then maybe I have to reload the page.
Okay.
I have put the Castlevania cartoon on my list, Yosatsu. I just haven't gotten around to see it yet. Because again, time. And oftentimes when an entire season of something is up, I know that I have to set aside maybe a day for it, because if I really like it, I'll end up binge watching it. That's kind of what I did with the Stranger Things. I was just going to watch the first episode, and then at night I was like, okay, I'm done now. I watched it all, and it was amazing. I did take one break to go to the store and buy food and make myself some dinner, and then watch more. I also brought myself some sugary snacks so I could stay awake and watch the last of it. But yeah, I tend to binge watch stuff when I really like it.
I get that.
I don't know what Death Valley is because I do not watch MTV or MTV2.
So they summoned up a spirit and it immediately rebelled against them. Good going, guys.
Huh. Well then. Just keep shooting and fisting away, I guess.
And great, my character fucking died.
Deep breaths, Varren.
Wait, Glory has a revive ability.
Oh yeah, that's right, we upgraded her.
A little bit too far away.
Moving closer, babe.
I was almost about ready to scratch my face out.
I'm not even sure if "bae" is the right word to use for Glory. I just know that's some sort of girlfriend-boyfriend slang term, I think, from the US. I'm just trying it out, guys. Oh, Yosatsu is asking why you have the big guy in the back. He's just curious about your strategy.
Well, I had him in the back because I was still killing the rigger, and I didn't want to deal with like overrides and shit. But now that the rigger is dead, I brought it a little bit closer. But it's still far away enough that it can hit anyone and don't get hit that much.
Hope that answered your question, Yosatsu. Because Varren is still very, very concentrated on the combat. So yeah, still you're forced to just listen to me talk. I'm sorry.
I don't think they mind.
They don't seem to, so that's always nice. But yeah. Netflix just have a lot of nice things on it, though I do wish it was more like the American Netflix, because we do seem to miss a lot on the Scandinavian one. I have thought about maybe signing up for Amazon to watch some of their shows. I really want to watch Man in the High Castle. I think that would be I heard that should be pretty good, and it looks very, very interesting. I think it's a very interesting alternate history show. Like concept for a show. Yes, I gotta try something new. That's true. That's it. But yeah, I do. Amazon does seem to have a lot of interesting shows on. It also seems that the Red Road has been moved to Amazon for some reason. It used to be on HBO, but I can't find it anymore for some reason. It's with the guy from Game of Thrones, the one who played Drogo. Yeah, I forget his name right now. I'm blanking on it.
Me too.
Momoa or something?
Oh, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. There we go. But yeah, he has one of the the leading roles in it, and it's actually very interesting. Though the last season, I was a little bit disappointed that his character did not have any interaction with the other main character's youngest daughter, because in the first season, the very last episode, he has a very intense scene with her where he has broken into the other main character's home, and she comes home from school and finds him sitting there, and she's just like, what the fuck? Please don't kill me. And he has actually a very interesting dialogue with her. It's not very long, but it's very interesting, and you can tell that she's actually being very honest with him, and he's being very honest with her, even though she's still about to piss her pants because she's afraid that he's going to hurt her or her dad in some way. But then in the second season, they have no interaction whatsoever, and that really bummed me out because I would have liked to see them bump into each other just randomly maybe, and just see how she would have reacted if she would have been like afraid of him, or if she would have actually taken in the advice that he gave her about life and behaving around people.
We did it.
And Varren can breathe again. Woohoo!
Oh my god.
There we go. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen some interaction between those two. Just, again, not a lot, just maybe a scene or two where, again, I would have liked to have seen that settled, that interaction from season 1 with them, because it was quite an intense interaction, because, again, she's in the house and she's like, who are you? And he's like, oh, I'm a friend of your dad's. And she's like, no, my dad doesn't have any friends. And you can just tell she's like, uh-oh, he's going to kill me. And yeah. Oh, and hey, Serena! All the hugs!
Hey, Serena. Alright, and we can finally do some dialogue again after that long fighting.
Okay, and then we'll just have to see how far I am behind, because I did have some lag on my end, it seemed. But then it kind of jumped forward, so we'll see.